My brother anticipated a $1,200 gift from me, even though I wasn't invited to his wedding. Before I could respond, fate took care of things. My name's Ethan, and I'm 29 years old. If you ask my family who the reserved one is, they'll point to me. I'm not the type to raise my voice at gatherings or vie for the spotlight. I don't stir up drama. I observe more than I speak, and I don't throw fits, though maybe I should. It's just not my way. But I've learned that quiet people are often underestimated. Sometimes, we're the ones who notice everything. My brother, Caleb, is 2 years my junior, and growing up, our bond was typical for boys so close in age, wild but tight. We shared a bedroom until I left for university, had our share of backyard scuffles, and had each other's backs when things got rough with our parents. But after college, things shifted. Caleb dove into marketing, banking on his polished look, sharp suits, a leased Audi, and an Instagram feed packed with gym photos and motivational quotes he didn't truly buy into. I stayed under the radar, earned my mechanical engineering degree, moved to a calmer town, and built a steady life I didn't feel the need to broadcast. We stayed in touch, but something always felt off, like I was kept around out of duty, not affection. When Caleb got engaged to Lauren, a woman I'd only met twice, I was genuinely happy for him, even if she came off as the type to say things like, "We're a very intentional couple," and acted like my job designing parts for solar panels was somehow less impressive than Caleb's gig selling high-end furniture. I made an effort. I really did. I confirmed my attendance the day I got the invitation, offered to help with any tech or venue logistics, was politely turned down, and even sent $150 for the joint bachelor-bachelorette weekend I wasn't invited to. The wedding was at a vineyard an hour outside town. Charming but expensive, perfectly on brand. I'd rented a tux, reserved a nearby hotel, and prepared a meaningful gift. A card with a $1,200 check. It was generous, a real stretch for me. That money wasn't spare change. I'd saved carefully, wanting to give something significant because I genuinely believed this was a milestone for my brother. Driving to the venue, I felt uneasy. Not about the occasion, but because something told me the day wouldn't go smoothly. When I arrived, I checked the seating chart on a small stand by the entrance. I scanned for my name. Nothing. I looked again, still nothing. Thinking it was a mistake, I approached a wedding planner, a young woman juggling a clipboard and a headset. "Hi, excuse me," I said softly. "I don't see my name on the chart. Ethan Carter." She glanced at me, visibly worn out, then checked her list. "Oh, Ethan, you're Caleb's brother, right?" Her tone shifted, like she'd stumbled into something awkward. "Yeah, there were some last-minute changes. I think you're by the east wall. There's a few extra seats near the photo booth." The east wall? I blinked. That wasn't even a proper table. It was by the speakers, where spare folding chairs were stacked like an afterthought. Still hoping it was an error, I headed over, and that's when I saw it. The one seat that should have been mine had a place card, but it wasn't my name. It read, "Jessica Cousins +1. I didn't know Jessica, but she was already sipping wine in what I thought was my spot, chatting with people I barely recognized. Trying to stay composed, I approached my mom, who was adjusting the boutonniere on my dad's suit. "Hey," I said, keeping my tone light. "Any idea what's going on with the seating?" She didn't look up. "Oh, yeah," she said. "Lauren's family had more guests than expected, and since they traveled so far, we didn't want to shuffle them. Just stay by the wall for the ceremony. You'll still see everything." "The wall?" I repeated, a bit too sharply. My dad shot me a look like I was causing a fuss. "It's not a big deal," my mom said, brushing me off. "Don't mess up the photos by looking upset." I wasn't upset. I was floored. Then came the final blow. Lauren's voice cut through from behind me, crisp and direct. "Oh, good," she said. "We're just keeping the family photos streamlined." She didn't wait for my response before adding, "It's not personal, I promise. You'll still be at the reception."